Really quickly, I'm doing an MLB The Show 21 giveaway, so make sure you guys go to my Twitter at Big Ends Gaming. Yo, what's up, guys? It's Nick from Big Ends Gaming. Welcome back to another MLB The Show 21 Diamond Dynasty video. God, that just feels so good to say that. But today, we are going to be going over the best collections to do in MLB The Show 21 Diamond Dynasty. So, the collection reward. It's Chipper Jones. This card is pretty freaking good. Now, it's not a new legend like it is normally, but it's still a really good card. So I'm going to tell you which collections you should do first. I'm going to say if you are a guy who spends money or if you're a budget beast for each of these. So for the Orioles, 83 Jim Palmer. All right, so we got 4-seam slider, 12-6 curve, changeup, 2-seam. Speeds are pretty good. Breaks good. Velocity isn't that great. The per-nines aren't that great. It's just a cool gold card. It's not going to be that good for you online, but he does have the pitch speed differential, so it's not a bad card to get. This is just sort of like a washover collection for a horrible team. Red Sox. We got 87 Lefty Grove. 4-seam curveball, forkball, changeup. This is a bad card. I'm just going to say it right now. Don't do this. Unless you're a Red Sox fan, if you have like a little bit of stubs, don't do this collection. He doesn't have any east-west movement. I'm blanking on the term, but yeah, he doesn't have any east-west movement. One stat is above 80 besides stamina, and that's home runs per nine, which doesn't even affect online play. And the speed differentials aren't that good either. That's a pretty bad one. For the New York Yankees, this is a really expensive one, and you get a 90 overall Jorge Posada, a second half card. Now, switch hitter, catcher, high overall catchers are hard to get. So if you're a Yankees fan, 100% do this. Because he's a switch hitting catcher, he has a good swing. Now his fielding is pretty damn horrible. But this card is definitely replaceable with Piazza, so keep that in mind before you do it. If you really want to get Piazza, I'd hold off. Because you don't want two catchers, you know what I mean? But this is a really good card. Switch hitter, great contact, decent power, horrible fielding though. That hurts him though. Tampa Bay Rays, 86 David Price. 2-seam cutter, 4-seam changeup, knuckle curve. Not a horrible repertoire. The speeds aren't horrible. The per-nines aren't great, but the velocity and the breaks there. The control is sort of there. This isn't a bad lefty starter to get. This collection is going to be pretty cheap because the only diamond you need is Nick Anderson. And he's like $15K. So yeah, this is a pretty good one. How much is Randy? He's not that expensive. There's no one really in this collection that's too expensive. So David Price, that's a pretty. It's a solid starter. He's not going to be amazing, but he's going to be good. Toronto Blue Jays, Joe Carter, 87 overall. We've seen this card in the past. It's a postseason card. He hits one side well. He hits the other side pretty poorly with bad defense. This isn't an amazing card. He's gonna be a good bench bat because he's really only good against one side. So this also is a cheap collection because the only diamond is Kirby Yates, who is 12K. So it's pretty cheap, and he's a really good bench bat against lefties. But that's really all he brings to you. He has 4 positions, but he can't play any of them well. Doesn't have amazing speed. Not horrible. That division is pretty lackluster in my opinion, though. For the Chicago White Sox, 89 Paul Konerko. Now here is a good card. And by the way, most of these, it's my first reaction seeing them. Pretty much all the cards that they didn't show in the feature premiere, this is just my blind reaction to their stats and the actual card. This is a very good card, and this collection shouldn't be that expensive. Jose Abreu, 15K. Liam Hendricks, 11K. This Paul Konerko is going to be very cheap to get. Well, he's not going to be very cheap to get, but he's pretty cheap, and he's an insane hitter. This is by far the best collection reward I've seen so far. He hits really well. Now, it's Paul Konerko. His fielding's going to be horrible, but you just stick him at first base. We still have to see if fielding is going to matter at first base because it never has. Cleveland Indians, 85 Cliff Lee, and this card is trash. I looked at those per-nines, and I can already tell this card is absolute dog water. So, yeah. When your per-nines are below 70 for each of them, you're horrible. But Shane Bieber, 25K, and Ramirez, 28K, yeah. So, it's a little expensive. I wouldn't do that one. The Detroit Tigers, you don't have a single gold, and you get this gold Pudge. I think this is a pretty good budget beast. I mean, if you need a catcher, which they're hard to come by, he's not a horrible contact hitter. He's great against lefties. He's going to bring you the defense. It is Pudge. So, yeah, that's a pretty cool one. Kansas City Royals, 84 George Brett, contact hitter, high vision, mediocre fielding. He does have shortstop, though, so this is a nice contact bat. Minnesota Twins, Kirby Puckett, 89 overall. This is a pretty good collection. Not a single diamond, and you get an 89 with diamond defense and great, I wouldn't say great hitting stats, but pretty good hitting stats. This is another good one, in my opinion. If you're a budget beast, I would highly recommend you do this one because you don't need a diamond and you get an 89. All right. Houston Astros, the cheaters. I just had to point it out there. 89 Jeff Bagwell. Now, this is interesting because he's a bronze fielder. Or not a bronze, he's a silver fielder. He's also pretty one-dimensional at the plate. He's more of a pinch hitter, in my opinion, because he rakes against lefties, but against righties, he's not amazing. And you need Alex Bregman, who's pretty cheap, and yeah, they're not horrible. It's not that expensive, but I wouldn't spend $50K on a collection for a guy who can only hit lefties, if you get what I'm saying. If you're a hardcore guy and you need like a bench bat versus lefties, couldn't work out for you. The Angels. Now this one I'm super excited for. The Angels collection award has always been atrocious, even though you need Mike Trout. And we get a 95 Frank Tanana. Four-seam, curveball, changeup, sweeping curve. That saved it. The sweeping curve saved this card. He could still be pretty bad. Who knows? But he technically has east-west movement with the sweeping curve because it sweeps. So the speed differentials are good too. Does he have outlier? No, he doesn't, but he throws hard. So 121 stamina, that's always great. 9102 per nines, great. 95 velocity, 99 break. The control isn't amazing, but this is a pretty good one. And obviously you need Mike Trout, who right now is 390, and the game's been out for less than an hour, so expect that to drop. Oakland A's, 87 Dennis Secresley. I like this one a lot. Great per nines, great control, great break. The speeds are, they're separated. The velocity isn't there, but the speeds are separated, which is good. It's Dennis Secresley, slider, sinker, four-seam. That's a good repertoire. He always has a really nice windup, submarine windup, so that's a good one. And you only need Matt Chapman. Seattle Mariners, 84 Michael Pineda, four-seam slider, changeup, two-seam. Doesn't really bring that much. Like, he's just a gold card. He's one of those throwaway guys. But, I mean, there's only one gold for this collection. If you're a Mariners fan, go for it. Texas Rangers, Burt Blyleven, 84 overall. And I already have all four of their best players for this collection. So this should be pretty cheap. Curveball, four-seam, changeup, two-seam. Not great. The only thing he's good at is break and stamina. The speeds aren't that amazing. The pitch selection isn't that amazing. But it's just a cheap collection. If you have Joey Gallo, just get it done. Moving on to the NL. You have a 90+ in Acuna, and you also have Freddy Freeman, who I unfortunately pulled. So this card needs to be good, and it's good. This was a first-inning boss in the show 19. Power against both sides, elite fielding, the speed is there. No, this is a good card. I think this is a good card. It's Andrew Jones. He doesn't have contact, but he pretty much has everything except for contact and vision, I guess. The arm is a little weaker, though. Miami Marlins, no diamond, and you get D. Gordon, or D. Strange Gordon. This card is a really good gold card. He's one of those cheesy cards that you can just drag a bunt with. He has amazing speed, good fielding, and good contact. This is a really good one. That's a budget beast right there. You only need one gold. The New York Mets. All right, I pulled Lindor, but Jacob Degrom is pretty expensive, so this needs to be good. John Franco, Milestones. 300 save club. So this is kind of the same card as his signature series as last year, so it's a good card. Screwball, sinker, slider, four-seam, circle change. He has the repertoire, he has the speed differentials, he has the per nines, he has the control, he has the break. That's a good card. The only problem is you need DeGrom. Phillies. So you got 3 diamonds and you get 87 Roy Oswalt. Four-seam slider, changeup, 12-6, sinker. The speed differentials between the slider and the changeup aren't there. Per nines aren't amazing. This isn't very good. for the Phillies because you need 3 diamonds and you're not really getting an elite starter. Nationals. Not a single 90 plus, which really shocks me. I'm very surprised with Juan Soto's overall being only an 87. But you get an 86, Ryan Zimmerman, second half. That's a pretty good card. 84, 120, 91 again, for those 3 stats is pretty good. Now he doesn't have power versus lefties, but yeah, he has silver defense. This is a pretty good card. All right. Chicago Cubs. Somehow, some way they don't have a diamond. 85 Kerry Wood, closing pitcher. This is one of the best collections. You don't need a diamond, and you get a really good diamond closer. 4-seam, 12-6 cutter slurve. That's a good repertoire. The speed differentials are there. The per-nines are there. The breaks there. This is a really good one. Go get them. Not a single diamond. Cincinnati Reds. Also no diamond, but you don't get a diamond. You get a gold. My goodness. Okay. This is by far the best gold collection award. Just by looking at that power. That's all you need to know. If you don't need a diamond and you get that card, that is really good. All right, Milwaukee Brewers. Now you need 3 diamonds. 88 Robin Yount, and it's okay. He's a center fielder. Good contact, good vision, not great fielding. It's a little lackluster, needing 3 diamonds. Pittsburgh Pirates, the worst team in baseball. Sorry, my Pirates fans. You don't even need a gold, and you get a pretty good hitter, Ralph Kiner. Good power versus righties, almost maxed out discipline. That's cool. St. Louis Cardinals, you have 1 diamond, and that's Nolan Arenado, and he's pretty expensive. 90 Stan Musial, high contact, high vision, not great fielding, but that's a good slap hitter. All right, Arizona Diamondbacks, 1 gold Archie Bradley, 4-seam knuckle curve cutter, changeup. Not horrible. It's a good gold card to get. I mean, you only need 1 gold, so might as well just do it and get a good reliever. Colorado Rockies, the only diamond is Trevor Story, who was around 30K. 89 Todd Helton. 90, 82, 70, 67. All right, that's pretty good. Gold fielding, good vision. That's a good first baseman, and it's pretty cheap. You only have 1 diamond who's 30K. Dodgers, 92 Eric Gagne. All right, there's 6 diamonds and 2 90 pluses, and you get Eric Gagne. Okay. This is a letdown, in my opinion. The speed differentials between the Vulcan change and the slider, it's not good enough. It's going to ruin this card. I'll probably try him, but he's not going to be that good. But on paper, this card is really good. But he's probably not going to be that good, especially because you need 6 diamonds. Padres, 90 Trevor Hoffman. Great per-nines, circle change, 4-seam cutter, slider, curveball. Speed differentials are there, breaks there, the control there. This is a really good card. You need 3 diamonds. So, yeah. Tatis. How much is Tatis? He's 70K. Yeah, that makes sense. Machado. All right. And by the way, if you guys are watching this during the day, the prices have definitely dropped. San Francisco Giants. 1 gold, and you get a gold Hunter Strickland. 4-seam slider, changeup, 2-seam. Just a cool rookie card to get. Nothing too spectacular about it. And then that's it. So, yeah, I wanted to go through that really quickly so this video isn't super long, and it already is long. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've been your host, Nick from Begins Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one.